I want to take us back to one of the doctrine sessions we had when Father Martin talked about formation of priests. And he gave us the 4 pillars. He gave us human, spiritual, intellectual, and pastoral. And I want to focus on the human aspect of it, because there he explained to us that it has to do with is a call, is heart-to-heart call. And he also told us that the human formation has to do with honesty, self-discipline, humility, among others. Now, looking at it from this point of view and then relating it to transfiguration, you see, somewhere along the line we discover that some of our priests, they had come in with all that, and somewhere along the line they start losing that flame. So I wonder if our Lord can help the Christians to be able to support. What does our Lord think should be the things that the Christians should do? Because if we want to look at it, Christians also contribute. So we ask that you should advise us on how we can help our priests to continue, so that they will be able to listen to God and benefit also from transfiguration. Thank you, my Lord.
There is no other way in which the bishop can talk apart from letting us know that our priests who come from our different families, our priests who have gone through the process of discernment and who took the decision, because it's not easy for the bishop to lay hands on you. When you start the process every year with the evaluation, even with some of the seminarians at the end of the day, when you tell them, I'm sorry, you cannot continue because of what I've seen on your paper. It's not easy for the bishop to do that. You will not allow the vocations collection of Christians they have been sending to train somebody every year and the rest. At the end of the day, what joy do you get to tell that young man to go back home? But there are certain things as far as the life of the priest is concerned, that if you see those traits already, and the people who see it most are the formators in the seminary, are their schoolmates that they interact with them. And during the time of evaluation, when they do those evaluations, you can be able to, see some of the things that have been talking to them, change, but some of them don't. So at the end of the day, some may not even continue to the priesthood. And of course, some of them can be ordained priests. But in the exercise of their ministry, we need to be supportive. We have said the first thing for us to do is prayer. We have to continuously pray for our priests. Then secondly, we also have to make sure that we advise and guide them, especially when we see that they are trying to do certain things that is contrary from the vocation that they have chosen. And if a Christian is responsible for the downfall of a particular priest, how do you feel? That is because of your relationship, is because of the type of thing you do with this particular priest that has made this priest to drop out, or that has made this priest not to live his life and live it properly. And to be honest with you, there are certain things as far as the law of the church is concerned that when they happen, you have no other choice. Either for the priest or for the bishop. It can happen too for the bishop. So praying for priests, we just believe that bishop is part of the priesthood. And that is why our relationship with the bishops, our relationship with the priests should be the one that should help them to fulfill their vocation. To fulfill their vocation. And most often, some of us are having problems because of the Christians. Because of the Christians. Take, for instance, financial demands on the priest. This is a priest that for 1 year, they give him his monthly, 1 year monthly allowance is 200,000. Yearly allowance, the whole year, father take 200,000. Means that for 1 month, the priest doesn't have up to 15, 16,000 for himself. At the level of the different parishes, the parishes contribute to give them accommodation, give them food, give them fuel, and the rest to do their work. But a good number of Christians, they are behind the priests. And when you are giving them financial pressure, either as family, either as friend, either what are you telling them to do? To go and steal. To go and steal. You're asking a priest to buy you a car. You're asking a priest to buy you land. You're asking a priest to build you a house. Where is he going to take the money from? Where is he going to take the money from? So many of us at the background, we push these priests, we give them pressure with the demands that we make on them, and sometimes the priests are very good people. They're too sympathetic. They feel a lot. And that is why some of us get into problems because of financial matters. And if you embezzle church money as a priest, and the bishop knows about it and can prove it, you are going to be sanctioned. If the bishop embezzles church money and the Holy Father knows about it, he too is going to be sanctioned. So, if you ask what advice I will give is, stop making demands for us. Our families, some of our families, some of our friends, some of our Christians, they pressurize us with lots and lots of demands. And some even want us to be taking care of them on permanent basis that we cannot do. And that we have to note and note it well. Another thing that we can also do is make sure that those of us who are having a relationship with the priest, that our relationship is pure. Because some of us seduce the priest. Some of us make the priest to break their vow of chastity. And that is where the priesthood is hanging. The question I always ask myself is, there are many young boys in town. There are many men who want to get married. The priest will never get married to you. You will never stay in the same house with a priest. Why are you running behind the priest? Is it that you don't see other men outside? If you want to run behind people? So one of the causes of our downfall, bishops and priests are our Christians who are female, who are women. And when you even try to talk to them and also advise them, they don't see it. They should allow the priest to do their work. And if you see that the priest is doing something that's not correct, you advise. Don't instead encourage the priest to get into it. And also avoid taking us to places that we should not go. Taking us to nightclubs. Taking us to bars. Because when you go and the priest drink one bottle, the head will start turning. It doesn't reason well again. And things can happen. I cannot give you a litany of all those things. You know them. And that's why we are begging our Christians. Help us. We sign, you see, even somebody who leaves the priesthood or the minor seminary or major seminary and gets married, he's never a happy person. Because married life is not his portion. We have been trained in such a way that we live for ourselves. You get up in the morning. You never say, "Pikin sleep her." Does the man even know that there was a child sleeping on the bed? You never ask and say, this one happened? Oh, no. So what I'm saying is that we want to do our work. We may have our own shortcomings. Sometimes we are the ones who take the initiative to come to you. Sometimes you too take the initiative to come to us. But let us respect ourselves and make sure that we try to live you help us to live our lives as we help you to live your own lives. And there are good and excellent relationships going on between priests and women. Very good and excellent. And all of them, they know that this is the boundary. We cannot go beyond this. But at the same time, there are also some relationships that are not good. And it's destroying most of our priests. What do you gain causing a scandal with a priest? And at the end of the day, that priest is dismissed. What do you gain making the priest and yourself to live in a permanent state of sin? Does it help you? Does your conscience disturb you? Or you have completely killed your conscience? So I think that these are things that we can always reflect upon. We can always see how to advise ourselves. The priests are human. They have the grace of ordination in them, yes, but they also need us to direct them. If you call a priest and the priest comes to your house or something, and you give the priest one bottle of wine, he finishes. You give the second, he finishes. You give the third, and you know that he's supposed to leave and drive and go back home. Why not give him that wine to go and drink back home? So we need to also help. We need to also advise so that our priests who have decided to sacrifice their life for the service of the church, so that they're able to do the work and also do the work well. I'm not saying that priests cannot help people. We help people every day because people to help us. When people help us, we help people. But sometimes the financial demands that come to us is not easy. I'm talking from experience, and I'm sure my brothers here will have the same experience.